Under the flashing lights and the roar of fight fans, mixed martial arts is a sport where discipline, respect, and control are supposed to be the cornerstones. Yet every once in a while, something erupts that shakes the cage, blurs the lines, and sends shockwaves through the entire community. That's exactly what happened when Khabib Nurmagomedov, long hailed as the epitome of composure, broke character in a stunning display of emotion, storming the cage and getting physical with referee Jason Herzog after a series of controversial illegal shots landed on one of his teammates. For a man who built his legacy on restraint and respect, the sight of him grabbing the back of a referee's head was almost unthinkable, and the fallout was immediate. The story begins on what should have been an ordinary night of fights. One of Khabib's students stepped into the cage, carrying the pride of Dagestan on his shoulders as so many of his teammates had done before him. But from the opening bell, it became clear the contest was turning messy. His opponent, in the chaos of striking exchanges, began landing repeated blows to the back of the head, shots that are not only illegal but dangerous, with the potential to cause serious, lasting damage. Each time the strikes landed, eyes in, the corner widened, voices were raised, and the tension in the arena grew thicker. For the man watching from the outside, the undefeated former lightweight champion, coach, and mentor, it was too much to stomach. Khabib, who had spent his career embodying composure inside the octagon, was no stranger to protecting his teammates. Yet this time was different. As the round came to a close, his fighter, clearly frustrated and perhaps even dazed, trudged back to his corner. That was the breaking point. The cameras caught the moment Khabib stepped forward, no longer the silent commander but a storm about to break. He pushed past officials, closed in on Herzog, and to the shock of everyone watching, reached out and physically grabbed the referee by the back of the head, demanding answers, demanding justice. His words, though not all picked up clearly, carried the fury of a coach who believed his fighter had been failed by the very man tasked with ensuring fairness and safety inside the cage. The MMA world erupted instantly. This wasn't just any coach. This was Khabib Nurmagomedov, a man whose very name had become synonymous with control. Ever since the infamous melee at UFC 229, Khabib had carefully built an image of discipline, steering clear of controversy, and rising as an ambassador for the sport in his retirement. But in that heated moment, all of it seemed to fade, replaced by the primal instinct to protect his fighter. It was rare, it was raw, and it was deeply human. But was it justified? Fans and fighters alike quickly drew comparisons. Conor McGregor, Khabib's old nemesis, had made headlines for years with his own outbursts toward referees and officials. Many critics noted that when McGregor confronted referees cage-side, he was condemned. Yet here was Khabib, the once flawless figure of composure, doing something eerily similar. Some defended him passionately, arguing that the referee's failure to act against the illegal shots left Khabib with no choice. Others condemned him, insisting that no matter the circumstances, a coach or corner grabbing a referee crosses a line that should never be touched. In Russia, the reaction was especially polarized. For many Dagestani fans, this was nothing more than a man standing up for his brother, doing what honor demanded. But others feared the incident tarnished Khabib's image as a model of sportsmanship. Footage of the confrontation spread like wildfire across social media, dissected frame by frame, with some pointing out that Herzog appeared stunned but composed, while others noted how visibly shaken the fighter himself seemed as he sat in his corner, absorbing the chaos around him. Khabib's silence in the aftermath only fueled speculation. No official statement came from him. No clarification, no apology, no doubling down. Just silence. That vacuum was quickly filled by pundits, fans, and critics, all eager to assign meaning to what they had witnessed. Some said it revealed the protective fire that had always driven Khabib, the same force that made him an undefeated champion. Others argued it showed cracks in the legend's armor, a reminder that even the most disciplined warriors have limits. And yet, as dramatic as it was, the incident sits within a larger story about the fragile balance of MMA itself. This sport thrives on chaos, on fighters pushing themselves and each other to the edge. But it also depends on rules, structure, and officials who can hold the line when tempers flare. When a fighter's corner storms the cage and puts hands on a referee, even a figure as revered as Khabib, it threatens that balance. Herzog, for his part, remained professional in the moment, choosing not to escalate, but questions about officiating, standards, corner behavior, and the UFC's disciplinary response linger heavily in the air. The situation also raises an uncomfortable point. What happens when legends cross the line? Khabib is not just another retired fighter. He's a global superstar, a cultural icon, and a mentor to some of the sport's brightest prospects. His actions carry weight, and if he shows that putting hands on a referee is acceptable, what message does that send to others? Will up-and-coming fighters or hot-headed corners feel emboldened to do the same? Or will the backlash serve as a stern reminder that even legends are not above the rules? Meanwhile, those closest to the situation, the fighter who absorbed those illegal blows, remains caught in the shadows of the controversy. While his performance and resilience should have been the talking point, it was Khabib's storming of the cage that dominated headlines, overshadowing the courage displayed inside the cage itself. Perhaps that, more than anything, illustrates the magnitude of Khabib's presence. Even in retirement, even when not fighting, his actions still command the center stage of the MMA world. In the days to come, the UFC and athletic commissions may be forced to weigh in. Penalties, warnings, or at the very least, conversations behind closed doors seem inevitable. But regardless of what consequences come or don't, the footage of Khabib gripping the referee will remain etched into MMA history. It's one of those moments that reveals the raw, unpredictable heart of combat sports, where the line between control and chaos can vanish in a heartbeat. The drama surrounding this confrontation is not just about a few illegal shots or a heated reaction. It's about legacy. It's about what happens when a man who has always embodied discipline finally breaks, when the image of perfect composure shatters in real time. And it's about the ripple effect that break sends across the entire sport. So, now the question belongs to the fans. Was Khabib justified in stepping in to defend his fighter, or did he cross an unforgivable line by putting hands on the referee? Should the MMA community view this as a rare flash of humanity, or as a dangerous precedent that cannot be excused? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay up to date on all the drama, chaos, and history being written in real time inside the cage, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and join the conversation. The world of MMA never sleeps, and neither do we.